so this is it. This is the Monsgeek M2 by Monsgeek, or aka Echo. It is a full-size alu case gasket mount keyboard for $99, which is super cheap. Fair play to Monsgeek. It's such a super low price for an alu case, and it's a full size as well. It's rare to see. So yeah, let's check this keyboard out. All right, so let's check the contents inside. We have a tape mod, but the last tape mod from Monsgeek is kind of bad. It didn't stick properly. But yeah, other than that, really nothing else. We have some Echo stabs. They're not that great, but we're okay with it. We have a coiled cable and some screws, extra screws. Some switch pads, sorry, not switch pads, stab pads, and some rubber feet, I assume, and manual. It does have QMK support, which is, I guess, pretty nice. Comes with a keyboard cover as well. Yeah, just use some clickies. Like, what's some cheap clickies? Kale box jades should be fine. And there it is. Ooh, it looks really fresh. I got it in this purple colorway, and it looks pretty good. So it comes in 3 colorways. It comes in black, silver, and purple. It does not support 7U stabs. No, it only has. It's a fixed hot swap layout. So yeah, there's no 7U support. It's a 6.25U. So yeah. It's a bit, yeah, I mean, I don't blame it for the price point, honestly. So yeah, this is a full-size keyboard, so we still have the numpad area. You would need around, like, 100 switches for this. Like, around 100 switches, so, yeah, prepare 100 switches. I have 100 JWIC Splash Brothers, maybe, like, 130 something. I have a lot, but, yeah. Comes with a PC plate as well. We have the switch pads already visible and some foams as well. Here's the side profile of the keyboard, very similar to the Monsgeek M1, exactly the same as the Monsgeek M1. We have this nice mid-piece kind of peeking out. That's about it. I mean, it's a decent side profile. I honestly wish that this didn't go through until the end. Maybe stop over there. It kind of looks weird. But on the back, there's nothing else, just the Monsgeek logo, Monsgeek M2, and we have a left-sided, I'm not dyslexic, left-sided USB-C. So yeah, pretty good build quality in general. Like, the paint job is really good. It's anodized, I feel. Yeah, I think it's anodized. I'm not sure, but like, the paint quality is pretty good. It's not rough. It's a smooth texture. It's a bit shiny. It's a bit of a shiny alu, shiny paint job, so it reflects light quite a lot. But overall, like, the case quality, texture, and everything is pretty good. Pretty good for the price point. Welcome in. Yeah, so opening up the keyboard, take up the top case. So it is a gasket mount keyboard, a silicon gasket mount keyboard to be exact. So you can see it is silicon mounted. Comes with two layers of case foam. So we've got the normal case foam, and we've got this other one. I think this is just to prevent. No, actually, they have like a thin plastic sheet on the back of the keyboard. It is to prevent shorting, because the case is quite shallow. So yeah, looks cool. Yeah, every 65 and 75 looks the same nowadays. Yeah, exactly. That's why. So we're gonna use these JWIC Splash Brothers switches. These are honestly really good switches. Really smooth, really good stock switches. Long pull as well. Super good budget switch. Really good. But yeah, this is the gasket mount for the keyboard. All you need to do is just slide them in to there. It's a silicon gasket mount. Pretty simple. Echo keyboards use this gasket mount as well, so it's a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit stiffer. It's not gonna be a bouncy keyboard, but it is. It's a gasket mount. Wait, does this not have numpad? I just remembered PBD Fans Twist does not have numpad. It does not have the numpad. It does not have numpad. I forgot. It does not have numpad. Damn it. Damn it. All right. There it is. Here it is. And it looks pretty good in my opinion. Looks pretty good. The purple looks nice. This is it. This is the Monsgeek M2 by Monsgeek, and it looks pretty nice. We have a nice full-size layout. We have some indicator lights as well. Here's the side profile. Pretty similar to the Monsgeek M1. Pretty decent, not amazing. And on the back, we only have the Monsgeek logo. So yeah, and left-sided USB-C. Pretty loud keyboard. It sounds very different with nice PBT to PBT fans. Is it heavy? It is pretty heavy. Yeah, it's about like 1.5 kilos. Doesn't have a brass weight. It's just like full alu, and it's decently weighted. So this is it. This is the Monsgeek M2 with JWIC Splash Brothers stock switches. Yeah, nice PBT sweater weather. We have all foams inside. So let's test how this keyboard sounds. Oh wait, that's 15. Very loud. Yeah, the ticking. I hate echo stabs. Overall, it's a pretty decent keyboard for the price point. I think I won't complain for the price point, honestly, because you get alu case, gasket mount, foam sounds. It's quite loud. I don't know if you can go this loud in an office, because it's genuinely pretty loud. It's genuinely pretty loud. So I don't think I think you'd have to bring like some silent switches in this, or like remove all of the foams, but at the same time removing all of the foams will make it sound not that great. So it's kind of a hit and miss with the sound. It is very loud. If you like a super loud keyboard, then yeah, this one's for you. But yeah, it is a full size. The layout is nice, honestly. If you need to crunch some numbers, it's nice. But yeah, it is a very loud keyboard, and a downside to this keyboard is the stabs has to go. You need to change it to something else, but the plate is kind of annoying as well because it really technically only supports echo stabs. So yeah, the stabs could be better. Maybe you could holy mod it, maybe it'll work. Maybe you can wire treat it better than me, but I thought it was already fine anyways. Other than that, it is a very stiff keyboard, in my opinion. Not very stiff. It's a firm keyboard. It's a firm keyboard, so you're not gonna have any flex. It is a gasket mount, but it does not mean that all gasket mounts should be flexy. This does not have any flex to it. It's quite firm, quite stiff. The PCB doesn't move around. The PC plate doesn't bend as well, and the double case foam on the bottom of it makes it super firm as well. So there's no movement on it. I like it. It's honestly fine for me. But if you're expecting a super bouncy kind of build, this is not for you. Other than that, like the alu case quality is pretty nice, pretty shiny, but it's honestly pretty good. So price to performance wise, this is really good. but you know, it's not perfect. You know, it still has some issues. It is an improvement over the Monsgeek M1 because the Monsgeek M1 has pingy issues that you need to force break. I don't think you need to force break mod this. I think it's fine. I think there's no significant pings on any bits of the keyboard, so yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It does not need tape mod. I don't think it needs. I feel like tape mod will make it even louder, so I wouldn't do that. Yeah, there's no need for force break mod like the Monsgeek M1, which is a great thing. I guess other like some things, some nitpicking things. The plate option is only PC. I think you can get like other plate options as well, but again, those are extras. PC plate doesn't work with everything, so again, if you're not going with any foams, the board will kind of sound hollowy and stuff, which is not ideal. But if you're using all the foams, it's quite loud. So yeah, it is a very loud switch as well. Sorry, a very loud keyboard. So oh yeah, the front height is quite tall. So you do need to lift your hands a little bit, even though the angle's quite low. It is a tall front height, so you know, take that into consideration. But overall, like Monsgeek M2, I think it's a better version of the Monsgeek M1. A slightly better version of the Monsgeek M1. There is some improvements to it, but it's still a solid keyboard for the price point that it offers. Honestly, $99 for this, I'd take it. I wouldn't mind too much about it. It's a good price point for a full-size keyboard, but it does has its flaws, and it's understandable. So yeah,